This is the first stanza, as you are seeing. Lo, where she comes along with porty pace, like Phoebe from her chamber of east, asking forth to run her mighty race, clad all in white, that seems a virgin best. So, try to understand the line of the poem which explained by Spencer, and the poet asks us to concentrate on the arrival of the bride, where she comes along with portly pace. She means bride. He composed this poem on his own marriage. So the poet asks us to concentrate on the arrival of the bride. Her giant is portly like queen. She comes. She steps her foot just like a queen, as queen walks. She is as bright, as fresh, as rising for the run her mighty race. Rising moon, who has begun his race. Clad all in white, that seems a virgin best. She is dressed in white, which befits a virgin best. As you know, in Europe, in Western countries, mostly bride or virgin used to wear white dress. So that poet is saying here that her being bride is dressed in white, and white dress befits a virgin best. So, well, it her beseems that he would ween some angel she had been. She looks, he imagined that she appears just like a angel, and her long loose yellow locks like golden wire. Her hair are long and unbound. Loose means unbound. Yellowish locks, and yellowish locks shine like golden wire, sprinkled with pearl and purling flowers atween. Atween means between. And here again poet is praising his bride, that her golden wire sprinkled with pearls and between with flowers. Pearls are sprinkled. उसके जो बाल हैं वो मोतियों से गुथे हुए हैं, फ्लावर्स से गुथे हुए हैं, and does like a golden mantle her attire, and being crowned with garland green. So they seems flowers and pearls or her hair seems to provide her golden dress. It assumes that golden wire provide her golden dress, and she is crowned, being crowned with garland, and she appears that she is crowned with green garland. ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो नीले गारलैंड से ग्रीन गारलैंड से क्राउन पहन रखा है. एंड हर अपीयरेंस इज लाइक अ मैडन क्वीन. ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो मैडन क्वीन हो. ग्रीन मीन्स यहाँ पर क्वीन. सीम लाइक सम मैडन क्वीन. एंड her modest eyes abased to behold. Her modest eyes are bent. उसकी जो modest eyes हैं वो behold शो क्यों नीचे की तरफ झुकी हुई हैं? Many gazers as on her to stares, because all the relatives, visitors or guests who came to attend and for blessings of marriage, so all the gazers सबकी आंखें स्टेयर, हर डू स्टेयर, उसको देख रही हैं. ऑल गेजर्स आर लुकिंग एट हर एंड upon the lowly ground affixed are. She fixed her eyes towards the ground. Need dare lift up her countenance to behold. Her praise is sung all over, but blessed to hear her praises, her prayers sung so loud. All are praising her beauty, all are singing song in the sacred ceremony of the marriage with aloud. Blessed to her, prayers sung so loud, so frame from being proud. She is feeling coy. Nathless Dudge is still loud her prayers sing. Others could lift her their faces in pride, but her modesty does not permit this thing, that all the woods may answer and your echo ring. So he requests to all for the singing song, or to musician to sing song for the sacred ceremony, so that all the woods, all the surroundings, all the environment echo with that song. So कब यहाँ पर हमें दुल्हन की आगमन की ओर ले जाता है, उसकी चाल बताता है कि रानी के समान है, उसकी चमक उगते चंद्रमा के समान है, उसके सफ़ेद वस्त्र पवित्रता के प्रतीक हैं, वो तो देवदूत प्रतीत होती है, उसके लंबे खुले बाल सोने के तारों के समान चमकीले हैं. स्प्रिंगल विथ पर्लिंग फ्लावर्स एटवीन, उसमें फूल और मोती गुथे हैं और लगता है कि वो स्वर्णिम वस्त्र पहने हुए हैं. और उसके जो बीइंग क्राउन विथ गार्लैंड ग्रीन सीम लाइक सम मैडन क्वीन, भाल पर मत्थे पर हरी पत्तियों का मुकुट है और उसकी जो आँखें हैं वो काउंटेस टू बोल्ड लोई ग्राउंड अफिक्स्ड आर, नीचे झुकी हुई हैं, क्योंकि हर निगाह उस पर केंद्रित है. सारे गेजर्स उसकी तरफ देख रहे हैं, चारों तरफ उसकी प्रशंसा की गूंज है. उसकी शालीनता उसे गर्व से सिर उठाने की इजाज़त नहीं देती है. So thank you. This is the first stanza explanation. I will continue next.